Daddy, have some more pizza.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Make sure you join the second time dominance and physicality and pound the rock. First 30, nice and good off. Pretty decent game. So first and goal, an opportunity for first points in this wild card game. And again, it's time to attack.
There, defensively 98. Defensively, pretty good start there with that school.
That's a big stop right there. And the man they get hold now. They won the first battle. Keep coming out to the pressure.
Here's second and goal, waiting for the 8-yard line. And now they will throw it.
Escaping the pressure right.
Now it's going to go down. Sack after the 88. Last thing to do is get to take a sack. But he could find anywhere where the ball had to eat it and ended up on the ground. Kansas defense gets the style into the line. Here's third goal. Goal throw. Pushes it back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on. And this remains scoreless game. I'm pretty glad for a moment there, but they will make up 2 things in this game. Especially because you tell the team getting on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate. First down. Mitchell. This is a man who's going to get chances, and he picks up that shot. Here's a left to his running back, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A nice screen to get some touchdown. Second down and 4. Allen now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Lots of excellent job of recognizing situations. His first read wasn't there, and his second read wasn't there. But he found himself with extra time to get out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down. On first down. It's Mitchell. And he'll look for a field for second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
So the shotgun snaps to Allen.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on, you're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, it's difficult to see anyway, but that's what they tried to do. Just a missing game as the defense is able to
so a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This will be a long field goal. The skies will clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4.
Damn it.
Just what he's listed in the program. Running back, tactic, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw back dive. How about him picking that one up? We needed a yard for that. That's what he's there for. Short yard situation.
Yes, baby. Yes. Hey there.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. And his pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
In your face. Mike 28. Mike 28. Bound to lose one.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Buying time to his left. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Mitchell. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell punching it in from a yard away. And the Bulls will strike first here, this wild card matchup. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to
kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time. There was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Edmonds. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That's complete to Sharp. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Allen's throw going into the hands of Williams.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Steps away to his left. And the Broncos get there and take him down. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Second and 10. Burrow on play action. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
A quick throw by Burrow is complete. Touchdown! K.J. Hamler from 6 yards away. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way. And able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done. And for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Bridgewater on first down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Here's Smith to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here we go. Hey, can.
On third down, Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Alan Lazard, 51 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Mike check 33. 33. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second down, Bridgewater again. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
On 2.
They'll come up now on second and a yard.
Hey, can.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run the counter now on first down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with Burrow. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And this one is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mitchell again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Third and goal for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Check back 21, check back 21. Hey, check back 21, check back 21. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
And now here's a carry heading left. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to go up top again. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point, on the road no less in the wild card round, and they look to finish things off here in this fourth quarter.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Burrow's throw here pulled in by Lazard. Yeah, he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game, and there was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw is Bridgewater. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's going to look deep for more. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He's airing it out for Williams. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. First down, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bulls get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
The 71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.